talk a bit about gear.
Yeah, because it is important, especially if you're going for a longer time to more colder climates.
And we were definitely not going to Poland to do 3 weeks of survival, so we definitely bring some gear.
Got a shovel, got some straw. Is goed gefixt, ouwe.
Take care about nature.
We are chilling.
We are chilling, yeah, in this craziest hut I've ever stayed in. Yeah, it's pretty mad. So it's in the middle of nowhere, and it belongs to nobody. Worst thing that can happen.
Border patrol.
Border patrol comes, says, "Hello, what you doing? When are you going? Okay, bye." That's pretty bad.
Okay, let's get going, man.
Yes, we'll start with the cutting tools.
I have just brought 4 cutting tools. Of course, let's start with my SA. SC6. I really like it as a survival blade. Some might argue that the steel quality is not really like the modern fancy stuff, but it works. It's high carbon steel. The design is like a proper survival knife.
I've seen the thing in action.
It's a beast.
It works.
It's very solid. We have seen it when we were betoning wood. We split a piece with a very bad grain.
The actual blade was bending in the way of the, the grain of the wood, and the blade was crooked, like.
Yeah,
and then
proper, like,
but it
like
went
this.
through. It went
like
through,
this.
And it was straight again after. And you got lifetime warranty on the thing.
Yeah, great.
So that says
great stuff. I have a little pouch on there. This is the most essential things I think I got in there. It's all lined on it because I'm quite chaotic sometimes, so I tend to lose some things.
So lanyards.
I lost my fire steel one day, so I have a fire steel in there, a compass. That's very important. Normally there's a little sharpening stone there, but we decided to only bring one on this trip.
Yeah.
And at last, oh, it's not in there. Wow. There's supposed to be a whistle in there, but for some reason there's no whistle in there. We have the multi-tool. Now we're on a trip with the camera gear. It's very easy to fix things. You have everything at hand.
It's very useful when you have a lot of kind of modern things with you, like camera stuff.
Yeah.
The pliers. The pliers are very handy with modern human-made things. In nature, not so much.
Yeah, Leatherman Wave. I like this thing.
That's nice.
Basic open-air pocket knife. Nothing much to say about it. And a Baco Laplander folding saw. I might upgrade one day to the Silky, but this works.
I went for the Scandinavian Forest X. I used to have the small one, but for winter camping, I figured we'd be better off having a bit bigger.
We're talking about the Grand Force.
That's right, yeah.
You're a fan of Grand Force, aren't you?
They're alright.
He's the X-Man. He's the X-Man. They're alright. You're buying them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but they're expensive. But they have a certain consistency and quality, and they're not Chinese made. You know what I mean? Like, they are durable, in fairness.
Yeah, but some people say you shouldn't go for a wooden handle, but you should go for like all fancy modern X for survival.
Completely disagree.
Me too.
It's number 1 priority for an axe is wooden handle. This is my Bushcraft knife.
Custom.
It's a custom knife made with deer antler scales that I found in the local woods. It's all one tool steel. It's kind of soft, so it does need regular sharpening, and you cannot abuse it like the SE. I customized the sheath with a horse tooth as a toggle. That's kind of neat. So we move on to my folding saw, which is the Opinel. I love this saw, and it cuts really, really fast, and it is a beautiful wooden handle. It's really nice until I was cutting, and it went that. That's not meant to happen.
We did the folding saw review, and I think the Silky and the Baco, they were definitely a little bit more durable than this one.
To be honest, we were using it on way too big stuff anyway.
Last time with the shelter challenge.
Like big logs about this size. They're calling this a pruning saw.
Yeah.
So there you go. Then moving on, little pocket knife, also on a lanyard. because when you sit down they fall out. Lock it with like a little cheap aluminium carabiner, so you can unlock it and lock it. It's great. Fire steel attached to that as well. This is the Victorinox Hiker, and the reason why I bought this is because I always carry a pocket knife. This one is actually legal carry, so it does not lock, right? Which is a downside. But when you're doing
especially in the outdoors.
Yeah, but when you're doing real fine stuff, this is for EDC as well, so it has a little screwdriver rather than a corkscrew. I don't drink wine, and I hate why they have a corkscrew on it because it's never used the thing. So this one has a Phillips head, which is
this one of the only one who doesn't have the
exactly little leather pouch, army surplus.
What's in it? What's in it?
My compass that I bought recently, and this is the Sunto.
He never had a compass for so long, and he was always depending on my compass, me with the compass. But now he's starting to be a wise man. My compass was actually the Silva. I think it's Silva Ranger model. This is quite a high-end compasses. You want the mirror for signaling, and it's better that way. You can better. Yes.
We got two kind of tools that are trip related. We brought them as extras. One is the Kukri. First thing I'm gonna say is the sheath is horrible. It is useless. It is the worst sheath. I don't even understand how they are allowed to sell this. I mean, look at this, right? I can take it out without undoing it. So this is Ontario Kukri.
Ontario.
Right? Yeah, Ontario, made in USA, right? Which is supposed to be all good and stuff. Look at the thing, like it's the Kukri, absolute beast. It's like nearly a centimeter thick blade. Use it a good bit here and there. Awesome tool. It's heavy.
We especially brought it this trip for the battle for the ultimate cutting tool, which might be the Kukri. Check out that video. What
I might do is I'll make a nice leather sheath for this in the future. Anyway, it'll be a little bit customized, and definitely this sheath, man. This is a piece of crap. Okay, and more pieces of crap. Talking about more pieces of crap.
Man, this is the ultimate crap we brought. We bought this so long ago, never used it.
You're missing a piece.
We wanted to use it army specific. I don't know if it was just cheap from the army dump, just new. For even one Quincy, it couldn't last. Never buy this crap. We want durable stuff, you know. We don't want to buy new gear every year. We just want a gear for a lifetime.
Yeah, the worst thing.
Like this.
The worst thing that can happen is you buy something, it breaks, you throw it away, you buy a new one. You know, it gives me
disposable articles. No. You know I don't like them.
No, it's terrible. When we were little, we bought the
Pioneer shovels.
Those things are bomb-proof. They'll last forever. The only downside is that they're super heavy.
Yeah.
So we said, oh, we upgraded. Army specifics. That's great. No, it's not a piece of shit.
What you should do is buy a proper avalanche shovel. They are lightweight, durable. That's the way to go.
We decided to make a bread while we were here, and this is what we ended up with. We're gonna put it in this lovely little stove that is here in this hut, and hope for the best. Right, next up are like little essentials.
It's not all essential.
No, it isn't.
Like this. Who carries this around?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Personal items. Soap. Although you have soap as well.
It's a lot, man.
It is a lot, but it's for 3 weeks, man. You gotta clean yourself.
Well, you can make natural cleaning. Important to have the biodegradable soap.
Yeah.
Yes.
Phone, of course.
Nice phone.
You can't go without a phone nowadays. So why not have one that has the longest battery life and is the cheapest and the most durable?
I needed a bigger phone because for the drone.
Cigarette lighter, flashlight, right? Waterproof, USB, rechargeable flashlight. This thing is a
great
beast.
Flashlight indeed.
This thing is a beast. It's the Phoenix UC35. If you're using it every day, you charge it like once a week.
Problem is, you don't have spare batteries, so if it runs out, you need to charge it. You can.
Yeah, well, you can buy spare batteries. Okay. They're expensive though. The spare batteries are expensive. So you need to, buy a separate headband, and then it becomes
But
then it
this
becomes
is very, very nice.
Yeah, this is very nice, and it shines a lot further than a headlight would, right? But it's still good enough for close range as well. What else have we? First aid kit, very important. Most important thing in the first aid, I suppose, would be the, what do you call them, Israeli bandage.
Yeah, I have one here separate.
So yeah, if you know, with the big cutting tools, if you really whack your leg or your arm or whatever, you have something to wrap it up.
Yeah,
and
it's
stop
a big emergency bandage to put pressure on it immediately.
Yeah.
It's not too heavy.
Light enough to save your life.
Yeah, but it's as big as my first aid kit.
Sunglasses that I have not used yet. Important.
Sunglasses in a snowy environment is quite essential, because you might get sunburned eyes.
Yeah, that's not nice.
Too much popey. This is I never use sunglasses, so this is...
That's what you have. Yeah. That's what you have. Fair enough. Some maintenance bits, some wax to maintain your leather for my leather pouches and sheets and things.
Maintenance.
And then
very important.
Yeah, very important. Yeah. Usually, of course, if you're going for like a couple of days,
it's okay.
You might not bring it, but I said we're gonna
3
go
weeks,
for 3 weeks in the snow and in the rain, maybe. So for shoes as well, this is Nick Wax reproofing for leather, for the leather Gore-Tex lined boots that are very expensive and they need maintenance. Sharpening file. This is a triangular file, or no? What is it? It actually has 6 sides, so it's a hexagon. Hexagon file. 4, 5, 6.
Oh, look at that.
For your saws, well, you can. This is for saws. If you really mess up, you can
big
fix.
bursts.
Yeah, you can fix your blades and your axes, and then after that, you have your DC3 sharpening stone. It's small, lightweight. It works.
That's the only sharpening stone we have here. Yeah. At home, of course, we have
all sorts of stuff.
big ones.
Yeah, together with that we have the strap, just a little piece of leather.
I say you could have left this at home and strap with your belt, but
could have done, yeah. I have some compound somewhere.
Stropping
as well.
very effective.
Yeah.
Strop your tools every day you use them, and you almost never have to sharpen.
So this is a little repair kit.
Sewing.
Yeah, some sewing stuff. If you break something, you can repair it. Little cotton cloth.
Cotton cloth?
Cotton cloth.
Cotton cloth.
Just wrapped it up, it protects the rest.
But you want to use that cotton cloth?
Well, that's why I have 2.
Oh, you have 2.
One for maintenance and cleaning, and one for like clean hygiene. The map case, I suppose. This is like an Ortlieb.
It was quite expensive. I mean, buying €20 or more for a map case, I wouldn't.
But it is the best one we have had.
We are happy we did this, because we started with the budget one for €3. Crap
after like a day it breaks.
Yeah. So this will last, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Map of the area, definitely essential.
Yeah. We really like to navigate with map. It gives me a better feeling than being on your phone with your GPS.
Yeah.
That's not bushcraft, is it?
No, exactly.
Compass and map essentials.
Oh, I forgot one thing.
You forgot one?
Yeah, I have 2 carabiners as well that I use normally for my hammock setup, but they're so lightweight that I bring 2 of them. Edelrid 19. 20 grams is nothing for these things, and they're proper climbing things, like you can hang off this. Very handy to have. And I use them to clip my snow boots onto my backpack.
We love our snow boots. Unfortunately, there isn't that much snow. They are very effective. We have the British Army ones, and we think we really like them. They have for grip, they have the irons here, and they weigh 900 a piece. I think that's reasonable.
Oh man, was I excited to put them on the first time I run around through the snow.
It really helps. It really helps. If you have deep snow. Yes, some paracord, very essential, I think. The space blanket here. I never used this kind of space blanket, but it's lightweight and we are in a cold environment, so why not take it? A notebook, the binoculars. Well, this was a thing. Will I take it? Will I not take it? It's quite heavy to carry it around on this trip. 800 grams. But I love nature, want to enjoy nature, especially on this trip. So now here I have my power bank, and normally we used to go on trips with no electronics almost, and not use our cell phone. It was off for a week, and we love to be in the outdoors, no connection with the normal daily life society with the cell phones all being up to date. But now, since we're doing the filming stuff, I needed a big power bank. This is 225,000 milliampere.
It's a brick, man. It's a brick. Okay, next chapter is cooking and drinking, I suppose.
Yes.
We do not carry a lot of water.
No, normally we did say per person 2 liters, right?
We get water from wherever we get it from, and we boil it, and then it's safe to drink. So this is the Nalgene, famous. The 1.1 liter, isn't it?
Yes.
And this thing is a beast.
But heavy.
But heavy.
I did say maybe too heavy.
It will last forever. I'll probably give this to my child if I ever get one.
For trekking, it might be too heavy.
You got your plastic canteen.
Yes. Well, it's less versatile as this one because I can't put this on the fire, but guess quite lightweight.
Yeah.
And easy to drink.
Yeah, but it does taste of plastic.
And I wouldn't take this one if I was on my own. I need a steel one, of course.
So then when we're having a tea, I put in my cup. This is a real tin steel cup.
It's a nice one. I would like that one.
So when I'm going for a day hike or whatever, I just bring this. I leave this one alone. Bring this, and you can cook on this. You know, it's pretty.
Yeah, that's the problem.
And
with
it's fairly lightweight too.
It's not Bushcraft Versatile. Versatile.
It's not versatile.
Bushcraft Versatile. It's plastic, so I can only drink of it. But it's lightweight. It's a Dutch military foldable cup. I like them. They are funny, they are handy. They are very lightweight. They are also quite big. And yeah.
You get them in different sizes too.
Yeah. So I have Dylan with his cup, otherwise I wouldn't take the plastic one. Spork. Titanium spork.
Titanium.
Yeah, the only thing titanium I have. Maybe I want more for lightweight trips, but
expensive.
Very expensive. But I like this spork. It's very lightweight, of course, that's why I have him. And this is all the cutlery we need. It's 10 grams or something.
It's crazy. And you have it a couple of years actually. The thing is durable enough, yeah. So I upgraded mine actually. I used to bring
the PSU.
Yeah, like the set, the knife,
set.
the fork, and the spoon, and they're proper stainless steel.
I think this is 10 grams. His set was 200.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, I upgrade to the titanium. Esbit titanium spoon, and the reason I got this one is because it has the line handle. I didn't want anything short like that because when you have to stir above a fire, it's nice to get some distance. This thing is really lightweight too.
It is, but it seems to be less durable. If you're not careful, you will bend this.
Try not to break it.
Yeah, but this is very solid.
It's not for digging. It's not for digging, man. It's for eating.
But even in your pack, it could already go. I think so.
In his pack.
I think so.
Move on to the pot.
One pot.
Yeah.
For 2.
Yeah. That's great. That's fine.
Yeah.
What's the size of this one?
1.6.
1.5 really.
Yeah.
Stainless steel. Tatanka.
And we have the cooking pan.
Yeah.
As the lid.
For the price, it seemed to be the most durable.
It's quite heavy. I always say it's too heavy for a lightweight trip.
Yeah, but
so then you want to go maybe aluminium or titanium, which is expensive but lightweight.
It's super expensive, man.
But this is the most durable. So
yeah, I used to have like a cheapish aluminium one, same size, but you know it started to get too banged up. I didn't trust it anymore.
I would still take it on this trip. Just you save some weight. You save maybe, well, half is a bit much. At least 2/3 of that.
Yeah, I didn't trust it anymore.
I would say you always want to go for the combination pan with fryer pan lid. It's effective.
Definitely. So yeah, that goes in there. Cup goes in there. Closed up into a bag. This, you know, because we always cook on the fire, so you definitely want a little sleeve for it.
Otherwise your pack got messed up big time.
So Julius made this one out of an old t-shirt, which is kind of neat. paracord and a toggle.
This is an extra frying pan. It's like a plate and a frying pan. Normally I wouldn't take this. We only do with one frying pan. We took it this time because of a specific thing we wanted to film. That was the cook-off in the Kukri battle for the ultimate cutting tool. Check that out. And you can make a stick on it and you have a nice
handle. And to clean all these things.
But also heavy. Heavy. Stainless steel.
To clean all these things, we use the old pot scrubber. We've been using this last couple of years.
And then on the last trip
last
to
year,
Lapland,
I thought we'd change it up, use a brush instead, because it could be more versatile.
For all the things, clean your shoes.
Anyway, it failed.
Yeah, that is soon changed, because the pants stay black all the time. You couldn't clean the pants with a brush.
Oh yeah.
Then we have this thing. This is a little fire stove I made myself of bean cans, and I have to say I think this model isn't the greatest. I just got a tutorial of the internet. It works, but it needs very dry firewood to go, and the airflow isn't optimal.
So you're saying the better design is in from the side?
Yeah, and then you get more airflow in it. I've seen the design. I'm gonna make a new one, and I have this little piece put on top, put the pan. Quite effective. Yeah, the camelback.
It's just not practical, man.
No, it's not practical for the bushcraft, but it is practical for sports trips, you know. We wanted to do a cross-country skiing trekking trip, and then it would be quite easy to drink out of, especially for the outdoor sports. It's great, and it's 3 liters, yes.
3 liters, yeah, okay. But in order to fill this with clean drinking water, you'd have to boil this thing 3 times, put it in there, but you can't put boiling water in there either, because it might melt. So, you know, it's just not very...
No, not very effective for the bushcraft.
In our setup.
On this trip we have now only 1 liter a person, which is quite not too many. But this is an environment with very wet, always water, plenty available. And it would be different maybe in the summer we go for 2 liters. But you have to cook every time it can.
Takes longer. Ja, daar zitten we weer.
Here we are again with our clothes.
The whole table full of
this is a lot of clothes. Maybe we brought too much again. This is my side.
But it's spare, like that's the thing. So everything that we're wearing, plus all the spare things for the whole trip, right?
But 3 weeks.
We have to say we're not out for 3 weeks in one go. We're doing, say, maybe 2 days, 3 days, and then we come back. And then we do 3 days, then we come back. So that's we're not bringing all this with us constantly.
No,
it changes around.
But I can already say, for now, I brought too much. But it hasn't been that cold, so...
Well, this is the thing as well. Where we start, base layers.
Base layers, yes.
Yeah. The most important.
Underwear?
Base layers are the most important.
We both have merino wool base layer?
Yeah, I got mine, say maybe a year ago. Upgraded from, you know, the stinky old synthetic stuff.
Still, I'm using the synthetic stuff now, which is a lot cheaper. It worked for me till now.
Right, yeah, for me it doesn't. I don't feel... Kind of choking you a little bit, I feel.
Choking?
It just stinks after a while, but... You know,
mine
maybe that's a little bit personal issues too, probably.
Personal issues? You're having stinking issues, Dylan.
Compared to you, I guess, yeah.
So my base layer is from the brand Wout. I haven't really worn it yet, so I can't really say how good this is. But the brand Wout, I still want to give them a shout out, because they're a brand that is the most environmental friendly outdoor brand there is. Based on independent ranking test panel, and I think environmental clothing is a big deal, you know, especially for the outdoor people. You know, we love the outdoors. You want to have things that are produced on an environmental friendly way.
Right, so that's V-A-U-D-E.
Wout, yes. You pay for it, but I guess it's very good quality stuff.
Yeah, so my base layers are merino wool as well. I'm wearing one now, like the pants. Leggings, whatever you call them, merino wool. I love them. I wear them all the time in the winter, especially because my pants are a little bit thinner, so it's nice to have that combination. The ones with the zip on the top.
Zip. Yeah, that's easy.
This is a spare one now. I have another one on. You know, if you get really hot while you're hiking, you can open it for extra ventilation.
That's a plus from this.
And you know, when you're chilly like now, you close it up all the way. Yeah, so I have Icebreaker brand and Helly Hansen or whatever. They're expensive, but I think they're well worth it.
2 sets of base layers, underpants 4 for them, socks 5 I think, but we could have done with 4. I didn't use all my socks yet. For sleeping, the military wool socks, cheap and great.
They're a little bit baggy though, so for walking they might not be the best.
These are expensive mountaineering trekking socks from Smart Wool, I think. Expensive
stuff.
Yeah, but I guess we try it out for hiking. It's good to have good socks, otherwise you get blisters and stuff. The middle layer, Dutch KL military thermal shirt.
And it's cotton, so if that gets wet, it gets real heavy and it'll kill you, man.
It's less optimal, but there's also some cheap clothing here. It's great for sleeping.
And just, you know, sitting around at home or whatever.
But relatively quite heavy weight. I mean, this is the base layer, and it does basically the same as this, and it's just 1/3.
Yeah.
I have the fleece. This is what we give away on a giveaway.
It's an awesome
British Army Buffalo fleece.
Yeah, awesome product.
Yeah, it's very lightweight, very warm. Only problem, what I experienced this trip is, it seems to be less breathable. Or it is so warm that I start to sweat so easy. That
a bit of both. I have a random synthetic jumper. I don't know, it's called Avalanche. I got it in the sales. So it's synthetic, which means it's kind of light and it dries fairly quick, right? It will be shit next to a fire in the summer because it'll catch sparks and it'll melt. But the kind of neat thing about this thing is that it's fairly thick on the outsides, but then on the sides, kind of thin, stretchy stuff, which means it's great for ventilation. It's neat for walking. I thought it was kind of cool. If things get chilly, I have a proper thick wool jumper.
Me too. Dutch Commando wool jumper, yes. Then I have this outdoor shirt. Is more for the fancy bushcraft show. This is from Pinewood. It's a nice brand, I think. And I like this shirt.
A couple years ago I went to the army store with Julius, and they had this in a dark corner somewhere. I asked how much it was. It was €5, and it's a liner from an old jacket, and it says 1960.
Wow.
So this thing is from the 1960s.
And you have your fancy...
I put some wooden toggles on it, and this is actually plum wood, which looks kind of neat. You know, it's wool. It's fairly lightweight for the warmth you get out of it. Perfect. I love it. Cool. I wear it a lot, even like daily basis. Moving on.
Yeah, outer layer KL jacket. KL is the Dutch Army. Also what we give away, and it was very popular because both contest winners wanted the jacket. So we sent the jacket just before we went on the trip.
I hadn't seen them, and now I see this one. They're beasts.
I think it's a great jacket. So it has 3 layers. First of all, the waterproof layer where we're talking about, the outer layer, and then lining, very warm.
So it's like a parka, the Dutch Army parka.
Yes. I put a hat on it. From another jacket, a hood, sorry. Because the army jackets, they don't usually come with a hood because the military wearing the helmet. It's with the
snaps.
The disadvantages of this jacket is they are supposed to button all the layers in there. But for me that was quite impractical, especially if you do sports. Then you want to be very quickly change layers. If you're, for example, taking a break, you want to put a layer on. If you start hiking again, you want to put the layers off. And especially the waterproof layers, they tend to be less breathable, so you don't want to have them in your jacket. So
they're in the middle.
In this jacket, so that's not very easy. But so I just haven't knotted them in this waterproof layer and just use it separately. And this works great. It's very lightweight, and I can also. This is part of this jacket, so. And I can just wear it very easy. It's not really meant to be like this, but
it does look a bit silly.
Yeah, but it's effective, I would say.
Yeah, it does, and it saves a lot of time. That's for sure. The only thing then, this is not very durable.
No,
that's why true. It's under the other layer.
I usually carry it under, but loose, so I can still change it quite quickly.
I got myself a Woolrich. It's like a heavy grade shirt. It was quite expensive, but it's wool, it's thick, it's super comfortable, and it's breathable. I love it.
That's
and it's
great.
fire resistant. or you know,
that's important sometimes. The fire resistance in bushcraft.
It's nice. It's real nice. Comes off easy, goes on easy. I mean, obviously it's not rainproof. So then I have a outer shell from the British Army, and it's a lightweight Gore-Tex jacket.
MTP camouflage.
It's super small, super lightweight. It was fairly cheap, and it works. Like, it's proper Gore-Tex stuff. If you get this stuff with a brand on it, it'll cost you 200 euros. That I don't want to spend on a rain jacket.
Yeah, the army surplus stuff, if you look good, then you can get some nice, great products for a low price.
Yeah, exactly.
Then trousers. Till now, I only wear my my Fjellraven Balance Pro, I think it's called. Put the wax on for the winter, still quite water resistant.
A little bit.
I also brought the Gore-Tex Trousers. It's Austrian Army, cheap product, being second hand, but great. This was very effective till now. It's warm enough for me. I didn't even use my base layer, and it till -7 or -5 it has been. This was all enough. Yeah. The same I wear in summer, but then without the waxing on it.
For pants, British Army lightweight training trousers.
It's just the most basic trouser you would ever get.
Yeah, so
right?
it's fairly thin cotton, but it's strong at the same time, and it was cheap. I got it maybe 5 years ago for like 15 euro. You cannot, after that you cannot say anything. If it breaks, oh well. I did repair one pocket here. It kind of broke through. It's not a big deal. Under this I have the merino. If it rains, I have the heavier version than the jacket. British Army Gore-Tex over trousers. Super nice, super durable. This thing is brand new basically. And it has the zips on the bottom so you can put it on with your boots on. Super nice product. And fairly lightweight too, I suppose. So I was thinking -20 stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
but we might go to the -20. The trip is not over yet.
Yeah, so
until now it hasn't been that cold. But
so then I was figuring out.
I hope the cold is coming.
Merino base wool, then the jogging pants, then my kind of thin shelly kind of pants, and then over that a
4 layers, 4 layers of trousers.
Yeah, it'll be Arctic.
Wow.
It'll be Arctic. It'll be GG, man. Nice and toasty.
I think that's a bit over the top. Man.
Okay, well anyway, we're down to bits and pieces.
Hand shoes. No. Gloves.
And shoes.
gloves. Till now, it hasn't been that cold. I could only do with just simple military leather gloves. Great for the outdoors, great for working. Wool military gloves, they are very effective, lightweight, wool, easy. And this is really when it gets cold. Then I have the military mittens. Yes, Dutch Army.
I always use for work as well, daily basis. I use a pair of cheap garden leather gloves. A bit of a fluffy lining, so they're quite warm. They're leather. After a while, they do wear out, but they're like, you know, like what was it, like 750 or something, or 650. I got another pair of kind of liners. They're called, what is it called? Snow Bee, blah blah blah. They're neoprene. So I think the idea with neoprene is even when they do get wet, they're still warm. They're a tight fit as well, so you can put them again, you know, under another pair of gloves, like so. And that's super warm. I feel it already, it's too warm. And then when things get serious, I have some Gore-Tex mittens, right? I think that's the wrong way around. It has a little bit of a liner in it, a little bit padding, I should say.
Not much. Not much like these, but these are not waterproof again.
So this is great for the snow. They go over your other gloves, keep them dry. Neckwear, how about neckwear first?
Neckwear, okay, sure. Neckwear. I have a buff, very simple.
I got a buff too. Mine is Dutch military. Also really ancient. It says the date on there, 1976.
Wow.
Half wool it says, so it's wool with probably like some elastic or cotton or I don't know, whatever. It's cheap, it's warm, comfortable. What is next?
Hats.
I only have a wool hat, so this is the only hat I have. And I don't have a hood either on any of my jackets. It's a little bit of a problem.
I have a woolen hat, Dutch commando hat, a very cheap product, very effective. And the other hat I have is also from the Dutch Army, and it is more like the Arctic hat. And I didn't need it yet, but I have it if it gets really cold. And I can tell you, I am having a very cozy warm hat right now.
It seems so.
I hope it also shoots me.
Yeah, I have a scarf too. This one is from Egypt, and it's a towel. If I have a shower, I dry myself with this.
And it's great for first aid.
You can use it for first aid.
Versatile.
You know, triangular bandage. I think that's it, man. Oh, it's not. Boots. I have a Loa Combat Pro GTX PT Paratrooper. They have a Gore-Tex liner, so that makes them waterproof. Excellent boot. They're leather, so they require a lot of maintenance. They're expensive, but they will last, and they're super comfortable.
I would have liked your boots. It's always me getting the wet feet when we cross the river. Although my boots are good too, but they are the handbags, but they are a little shorter. Dylan has the longer military ones.
Ow. There you go. Beautiful.
With the boots, we have the gaiters.
Gaiters, yeah. I got myself some cheap gaiters. What is a Highlander?
Highlander cheapness.
They are polyurethane coated, and they're actually coated pretty well. They're fairly waterproof, but that makes them not at all breathable, which is a problem. Then you take them off and your trousers are soaked underneath it. But when it's really wet or really mucky, it's definitely nice to have.
And I have the more expensive, they're of the breathable Event Gore-Tex material, brand Wrap. I brought one pair of boots, Dylan also, but I thought one pair of boots, well, that might be a little less on a 3-week trip in the cold when I have wet feet. So these are for the winter camp slippers from the North Face. They seem to be quite good. It's great for around the camp. You can even walk a bit outside. They tend to be a little bit water resistant. They are only 200 grams. So for an extra pair of boots, you definitely don't want to carry any more. 200 grams for this pair. That's very effective. I think that was all the clothing.
Yeah, there's a lot, man.
Yeah.
Sleep system.
Yes, let's start with the tarp. Here I have my 3x3 DD tarp. It has a main ridge line. We have the bungees on it and some carabiners, so you can adjust it very easily. Hammock setup, you want it in diamond shape. Tent setup, square. Works great. Some extra cordage with it, some paracord.
It's a nice size too, 3 meters. You have a bit extra.
This is an extra bit of tarp. My emergency space blanket, the durable one. It works great as a one-man tarp. It's a space blanket. It will keep you warm, but you can also very easily use it as a tarp. It has the nuts to put cordage in. I think it's 2 meters by 1.5, or a little bigger maybe. Yeah. Very lightweight, 300 grams, something like that. We have it extra, especially in the winter here, for an emergency or something. Maybe
when it gets real cold, like a ground cover, kind of nice too. Yeah. So then, because we only have tarps, we use Biffy bags. So they're Gore-Tex. Mine is Carinthia. This is Army surplus again. Great stuff. If you buy them new
from the German Army.
Yeah, if you buy them new, a couple €100. This
they
like
are expensive new, but second hand grade.
Yeah,
great military quality.
You can see it's not new, but it's absolutely useful still. Yeah. It's fine.
And this one is good for the weight too. It's 900 grams. That's decent size, right? Mine is a little lighter, but it's much more simpler. It's the British Army MTP. It just has a hole on the end where you go in. I put a little bit of bungee on it, so it keeps it tight, and you can go in very easy. You see, and you don't have to adjust much. Then the mattress, Thermarest
Neo Air X-Term.
Yeah, it's one of the best mattresses what you can get. I guess for the weight and thermal value is about 7 centimeters thick. It's very nice.
Yeah, it is quite thick, and it's surprisingly comfortable. I always use the crappy foam ones, and they were horrible. Like if you get this, so I got it there before this trip. after Julius's recommendation.
Yeah, this I think it's the best thermal rest you can have.
Yeah.
Especially if you want to do winter camping. These are designed for sleeping on snow and ice.
I'm amazed.
And it's only 400 something grams. These mattresses.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. So then we get to the sleeping bag. The only sleeping bag I brought is the Carinthia Defense 4. It is a great sleeping bag. It's synthetic filled, right? So if it gets wet, it's alright. You know, it'll dry again next to a fire in a pinch. And you can throw it in the washing machine too. And it makes it cheaper as well compared to like down sleeping bags that are really expensive. What is the weight?
2 kilo.
2 kilos.
But it should go to -20.
I don't know about that, but
with clothes probably.
Yeah, but for the warmth, the weight is pretty good. I think it's awesome, man. It's awesome.
Great bag.
Yeah.
Carinthia, great brand too, I think.
Yeah, very good products.
And you have
durable.
the bivvy and the sleeping bag.
And then I have the summer sleeping bag as well, which is called the Carinthia Tropen, or Tropic sleeping bag. And that's a summer one. And their idea is that it's like a modular system. You can put the summer one into this one.
For Arctic.
And then the two of them into that. And you can sleep on the moon.
And I have basically the same sleeping bag as Dylan, but it's not really the Carinthia, but it is a remake.
Budget.
No.
Fosco.
I said to Dylan, you should buy mine. Don't buy the Carinthia. Mine is great. You have it for cheap. It's a Dutch Army again. Dutch Army military sleeping system. It's basically the same bag. We're sleeping in it both. I think.
What?
I think no. But it keeps us both warm in the same circumstances now. Yeah, so I have my sleeping bag here in a Swiss Army bag. This is not a compression bag, but the great thing is that it is very waterproof. Yeah, and it's a bit of a disadvantage to have your sleeping bag here under your pack. And if you put your pack down, you probably might put it in the moist, and you get moist in your sleeping bag, maybe.
Yeah.
In the summer, it always works to put it in the pack, but in the winter, you usually have more gear.
I have mine inside. I compressed the...
Your bag is a little bigger than mine.
Yeah, I compressed the shite out of it and throw it all in there.
One little tip. Always put your sleeping bag out of the compression in storage.
Yeah.
If you're not using it.
Yeah.
Because the quality degrades if it's compact for a long time.
Exactly. The fibers want to stay compact after that. They get used to being tight, and rather than, you know, expand and be all soft and fluffy. So as soon as I come home now, I'll take this out of the bag and just lay it on the table, on the cupboard, anywhere.
Yeah,
just
or
leave it expanded.
Yeah.
That brings us to the last part, but definitely not the least part.
The packs, and
where everything has to fit.
Yes. Okay, my pack is the Reindeer 55 from Wii Sports. 55 liters. With the thing coming up, it's actually 10 liters more. So 65. As I already said, the sleeping bag underneath. It's really easy. It has a lot of straps. Very nice for the snowshoes. You have the quite small, I would say. Your side pockets are nicer, but it has some side pockets. The reason I took this pack is because it worked out great with the suspension system. Indeed, that's right. Since I was a tall guy, or I am a tall guy, I need a large suspension system to have all the weight on my hips and not have too much weight on the shoulders. And this worked out with this pack. It was very hard to find a pack like that. But the Wii Sport is a Polish brand actually, like we're in Poland now. And it worked out great. So this was my old pack. I still have it here because we had so much camera gear and stuff. So I needed this pack to go on my belly.
Yeah,
you see,
so
in the front.
You have one in the front, one in the back.
Yeah, and that system worked out great.
And that is the Condor Pack.
Yes, right? Condor 3-day assault pack. But the reason I go for this now is that the suspension system is better on this. The great thing about this Condor assault pack, I mean, this is one big pack. Almost everything goes in the middle, in the big thing. You have just pouch here on the top too, and the side pocket. But this one, you know, it's a tactical pack, so everything you can organize very precise. And you know, you can open this like this and all your stuff at hand immediately without having to unpack your whole pack. And I will still use it for the day trips. You know, it has all the tactical pouches. And on the side I put a first aid badge. That's where we put the first aid. Here on the right hip strap I have my camera back, nice at hand. The main camera, easy at hand, and different lenses. You see? Very nice and handy.
Yeah, that is actually really nice.
That's the pack.
One more thing I would like to say about this 3-day assault pack. I remember Julius using this for 3, 4, 5, 6-day trips in the summer. And it's quite narrow, right? As in this way. And the more you put in, the deeper it gets. It's a right?
disadvantage too.
You end up having it massively deep, but still very narrow. And then, but you know, the further away from your back, the heavier it is, right?
We also used it for week trips, like, and it's more like a little shorter, so you shouldn't pack it all full. But it's still 50 liters.
Yeah, and it was a good price too. Yeah. Right, I have the Berghaus Cyclops Vulcan 2. I have it for years. I bought it second hand. It's bomb-proof. 2 zippable side pouches. It's 80 liters plus 10 for each side pocket. So 20, so 100 altogether. Wow. And 1 pocket on the top. I have my essentials in that. Flashlight, first aid.
Put your first aid, of course, on the top, so it's very
easy accessible. Sleeping thing zips in from the bottom.
Nice straps. Put your gaiters here.
Gaiters, jacket, everything. Then inside I have bits. You know, this thing is a big liner. It can line the whole inside.
Good brand.
Very good. Another liner for the side pocket. I have 1 for each. Usually I put food in one side pocket.
And the other one?
Like a bit heavier tools and stuff.
And how is the suspension for you?
It's pretty okay. It's simple.
You buy this in 4 sizes, huh? You can adjust it, but it's a large size, small size, medium size.
I'm not sure do I have the right size, but that's what it is. I'm happy with it.
It's important to have the right size for a backpack, of course.
A little dump pouch for your belt.
It's extra. A big one.
What is that? Condor, really good for the tools. Durable. Axe goes on the side. For the water bottle to have a quick accessible, a little what do you call it, handbag.
Yes, and this is the one you forget sometimes, huh? So, I remember that.
Well, I lost it, man. It fell off.
That was quite a long video, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, guys.
See you on next one.
I hope this was interesting, our gear.
Go, 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 go.
Okay, we have to hurry. It's getting dark again. Always behind schedule. Huh?
Please subscribe, folks. And of course, hit that bell icon for notification updates. Next week, Friday, we will be back again with another winter episode.